What's up, everyone? In today's video, we're going to see how to configure NAT, and this is going to refer specifically for point 4.5, and what I'm going to show you is how to configure static NAT and dynamic NAT. And I noticed that in the last video, it took more than 20 minutes, I think around 30 minutes. So in the following videos, I'm going to make it short and precise to the point that I want to record. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. And what I have configured so far is I enabled my ISP router, and it has linked with headquarter and another site here. And what I'm going to do is to allow these two internal routers to reach loopback interface that is configured here in ISP. And to do that, I have to enable NAT on R1 because this internal network is not reachable to ISP, and this is what we normally have on a production scenario. LAN interface would be hidden from the service provider and would be translated to a network that is known to the service provider. And this is what I'm going to do. So this is the configuration. We have to enable NAT on inside interface. In this case, this is going to be interface 6, G6, and G2 is going to be my outside interface. And we're going to configure static NAT and dynamic NAT, or just SPAD. And static NAT stands for one-on-one translation. It means that I want one IP address to be translated to a specific or to a global routable IP address. And dynamic NAT means that I'm going to translate just a bunch of local IP address to a group of IP or to a single IP address in my outbound interface. And for this test, what I'm going to do is I have my route CA, and that's going to be my root CA. Is local IP address is 192.168.10.108, and it's going to be translated to 72.0.1.2.108. And this network is going to be shared across these two routers, R1 and R2. As for the rest of my network, 192.168.10 is going to be translated to my router outbound interface, and this is what I have here. So I'm matching my internal network, and here I'm saying that translate from this network 192.168.10, and the outbound IP is going to be the IP assigned to this interface, and overload means I don't care, just translate as many as possible. Okay, and I had to create a loopback interface for this network, otherwise it wouldn't be routable. And in ISP, I have to add a routing static route towards R1, otherwise ISP won't be able to reply for this IP address. Okay, so now let me paste this into R1. Okay, it's done. And let me add this on ISP. Okay, just to test, I'm going to enable debug IP packet, and let's test first from route CA, and I'll say, and it's okay. And if I try from PC38, it works as well. And I have two loopbacks on ISP, it works as well. And here, okay, so we can check whether these translations are really happening by running show IP NAT translation, and we can see that my inside local 192.168.10.108 is being translated to 72.0.1.2.108. As for my PC 192.168.10.38, is being translated to 72 or 101, and that's R1 outbound interface IP. And we can see that the only change, the IP is the same. What changed is the port number. So the outbound IP will continue to be the same. And if we had another host sitting in 192.168.10 network, the outbound IP would always be the same, and it would just change based on the port number. Okay, and that's pretty much it. There are other options using NAT, like using a route map for more complex requirements, but that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.